You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your full roster of weekly Days of Our Lives spoilers for next week, which runs from Monday, December 4th, all the way through Friday, December 8th. I can't wait to unpack this for you. There's a ton of action on front burner storylines. If you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our day's updates. All right, now let's talk about it just real quick. So for context for next week, on Friday, December 1st, if you haven't seen it yet, Holly goes to Eric and convinces him to have a DNA test done on his new baby son to ease her mother Nicole's peace of mind, because she's going to tell him that she was going off on Sloan and saying she stole her baby. So Eric feels like he definitely has to do this. Meanwhile, Sloan got no joy trying to talk EJ DiMera into dropping the murder charges so she can get Leo out of jail. So she's got to figure out another way to make this happen before Dimitri rats her out. So Eric agrees to the DNA test, and then the spoilers indicate he tries to talk to Sloan to tell her that he agreed and he set it up with Kayla at the hospital, but Sloan is too busy to stop and listen. So when she finally does realize what he was telling her, she is going to be in a panic, but there's other people with skin in this game. There's Melinda Trask, and there's Dr. Pierce, that sketchy doctor, that said their baby died. So there's three people who have motive, and, one of them has a definite opportunity because he is a physician to do something with that DNA test. Also on Friday, Tate interferes when Chanel is trying to meet Johnny. That's to help Holly, who still is trying to hook up with her stepbrother. Gross. And EJ is happy to gloat to Leo that he is going to let him rot in prison. Then Monday, December 4th is season 59, episode 71. And Dimitri von Leuschner is surprised by a visitor. So we do know that Leo Stark's husband was Jackie Cox. Do you remember that? AKA Darius, the famous drag queen. It came out that Leo was still married to Darius when he tried to marry Craig Wesley. Yeah. So he was having that fabulous double wedding with Gwenny in the square. And then his husband showed up to say he can't marry you, Craig, because he's married to me. So I do know for sure that we're going to have Jackie Cox next week. So maybe it is Leo's estranged husband. I don't know if they ever got a divorce. That surprises Dimitri. That would be very, very interesting. Definitely he's back, just not sure the scenes. So, although he did say that he had scenes with Peter Porta. So, yeah. Anyway, Holly Jonas lies to Johnny about something big, and Nicole cannot wait to get her hands on those DNA test results next week. She is certain that they are going to vindicate her and prove that Sloan is a big old baby stealer. Then on Tuesday, December 5th, which is season 59, episode 72, we are going to see Stefan DiMera telling his new partner in running the bistro and a drug operation, Ava Vitali, about his plan and what his intentions are. He is not willing to sit under Clyde Weston's thumb. So he's got to do something with him, and he just can't quit, dealing the drugs, and neither can she, or else he will have Gabby hurt in prison and her son Tripp hurt, out and about in Salem. So they got to kill the guy, right? I mean, I don't know how else you stop a guy like Clyde Weston. I mean, even when EJ shot him, that didn't stop him. So they got to do something about Clyde. Plus, Dimitri considers turning himself into the police. I wonder if that's because he has met Leo's husband and maybe he questions whether Leo loves him or not. I don't know. What would drive Dimitri to turn himself in? Definitely to save Leo, I think. And Sloan Petersen does not want Eric Brady to look at those DNA test results. So it all sounds easy because the DNA test was set up behind her back. So you think, oh, Sloan is screwed. The truth is going to come out. I I will tell y'all, I don't think it's going to come out. I think that Dr. Pierce doctored those results. I think Sloan I think Eric is going to see the DNA results, see that, the baby is not a match for, Nicole or EJ, whoever they tested. It's got to be Nicole if that was the subject of the test, if Sloan's so worked up about it. So I feel like that Dr. Pierce took care of the test, because otherwise he would be fired and sued, maybe murdered, because you know how EJ can be. So I think Eric might not be surprised by the results because he has no reason to think the adoptive baby is Nicole's, and Sloan may be shocked. But the look of shock on her face might be a problem because Eric might be like, why are you surprised? So I think there's more of this baby stealing story to come, but we'll see. Just because of that leaked script with Jessica Sarfati, with her and Greg Vaughn as Eric Brady, and they were talking about the baby, and it was scenes shot for later than this. So we'll see. Wednesday, December 6th is episode 73 of the current season. Everett and Stephanie are stunned by something they find out. It's got to be about the Gwen thing and her name being dragged through the mud to cover up for Chad's dirty dealings, because the next day he's in trouble. So also on Wednesday, Harris and Ava have their first official date. Isn't that sweet? Have they slept together yet? I think they've just kissed. So good that they're going to do the date before they start knocking boots. And Rafe and Jada are questioned by someone, probably EJ. He's up everybody's butts, which you can't really blame him. He's a grieving dad. And Wendy Shin opens up to Tripp Johnson. I'm sure it's about grieving her brother Lee Shin, who I firmly suspect is not dead, but left town in a submarine with Dr. Rolfe after he revived him. I would be stunned if Lee Shin was really dead. Thursday, December 7th is season 59, episode 74. And Steve and John find a clue that's really big. It's got to be about Constantine. I wonder if they're going to find some footage of the faux kidnapping, because in an interview, Stephen Nichols said they are checking all the local camera feeds for security and traffic cams. Stephanie grills Chad on Thursday, and that's why I think she and Everett find out what he did. Plus, Alex and Teresa run into Maggie out with Constantine, and then Rafe has a question for Jada, and it's something urgent, time sensitive. Friday, December 8th is episode 75 of season 59, and Leo Stark is completely stunned by something that Dimitri tells him, and EJ pushes Nicole too much. I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's about trying to have another baby. Maybe it's about a funeral for their baby that died. I don't see them getting the test results that Nicole wants. So I think she's still going to be really stressed out by the end of the week. And Tate makes some progress with Holly on the romantic front, or so he thinks. And Johnny has something special in mind for his sweetie Chanel. I feel like they're going to be engaged before Christmas is over, but we'll see. All right, that's what I have for you. If you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our day's updates. Drop your comments on what you're excited to see next week, and be sure to come back soon, because we are here talking Days of Our Lives 7 days a week. That's right, all 7 days. This has been, as always, Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thank you so much for coming in and talking soaps with me.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.